Hey guys, here's another video, and today we're going to be talking about 5 different cover ideas for Madden 22. So I think you guys know now that they went with this right here, which is like the Brady and Mahomes thing. And so then we're going to try coming up with 5 other covers that could have worked too. So starting off with number 5 is Aaron Rodgers. So they're actually going to have him in for the spot on the cover, but with all the talk about where he's going to be, is he going to be in the Broncos, Packers, or some other team? They didn't really want to do that because you have to have a main team your cover player is going to be on, and so then even with like the Lamar Jackson thing, purple was like the theme color of the entire game because he's the Ravens. So without really knowing what team he's on, it would kind of made no sense. So we went up with their backup option, which is what they had now. So I went with Aaron Rodgers on number 5 because, yeah, you technically could just put him on the Packers and just kind of have it like that because I think he actually probably will stay on the Packers anyways. So you could just have that happen, and if he even went to a different team, then you can maybe change it later, and it's at number 5 because it's probably least likely out of these other ones. Coming in at number 4 is the Aaron Donald one. And the reason why I didn't put this any lower on the list is because he is a defensive player, and there hasn't been a defensive. Actually, no, there's only been one other defensive player, which is Richard Sherman, before, and they usually like doing offensive players, and there's not really any reason why they would stop doing that. And yeah, Aaron Donald played really well. He's probably the best defender, best defensive player this year. And he definitely kind of deserves to be on the cover, but the only reason why he's on number 4 instead of lower is really because he's a defensive player, and usually they have offensive players on their on the cover. So at number 3 is something where it's kind of like a Joe Burrow versus a Justin Herbert type of thing, and it's kind of like the Brady and Mahomes, but this one's like it's kind of like sophomore players. And they were both both rookies last year, and people like to compare them because they were both the top rookies of the year last year. And so then I think Joe Burrow's a little bit better. It's just he got injured last year before the season ended, kind of stopping his yards and stuff like that. So I think this would be a really good idea because they're both top really young players, and I think it would be very interesting, and the younger audience definitely would like this a lot. So coming in at number 3 is Derrick Henry. So they were going to have the Packer quarterback, Aaron Rodgers in here, but they also were thinking about having Derrick Henry. So Derrick Henry was the offensive player of the year last year. He also, I think rushed for like top 5 rushing yards. He made it to the wild card. He was in the wild card. He didn't play that well there, but overall in the season, he did really great. So he was probably the best running back last season. Again, offensive player of the year. So I think he definitely deserves a spot number 3. The EA company was even thinking about having him as the cover. Then they were thinking about Aaron Rodgers. Then they went with the choice they made now. But people definitely wanted Derrick Henry actually. That's what the fan base wanted the most, that and Rodgers, but with the whole Rodgers situation, people wanted Derrick Henry the most. But I mean, it's kind of cool what they did now, but Henry definitely would have been a good choice too. Actually, no, that was Derrick Henry's number 2. Sorry. So coming in as the extra one, or honorable mention, you could say, is Davante Adams. So the reason why I did not put Davante Adams on the main list of the top 5 is because receivers, I don't know, I can't really name the last time there was a receiver because it was, actually no, wait a second. The receiver was in 2019 Madden, but what happened to him? He got he got hurt, and then he went insane and stuff like that, and started getting fined all over the place. And so I don't think they would have a receiver after that. And people kind of blame the Madden curse on that, but I don't really believe in that type of thing. He did play really, really well in the NFC Championship and all those other playoff games, and of course he did awesome in the regular season. Definitely was the best like regular season receiver by far in my opinion. So yeah, he's I think he's the best receiver just in overall this year and last season. And it would also kind of made sense to put him in, but he was in the top 5, just an honorable mention, because I think the other choices just would have made more sense. So coming in at number 1 is Josh Allen. So in my previous video trying to predict what they would have on the cover, which I did not see that, what they did. I did not see that coming at all, because they never had any repeats on there at all. No repeat covers on there. But Josh Allen, I feel like deserves a spot the most if they were going to do it normally. Josh Allen wasn't the best quarterback. I think he's like the second best quarterback this season / last season. Not second to Mahomes, obviously. And then on my list of top 10 quarterbacks, I think, he was third, for Aaron Rodgers is second. But this year, I think he's going to be second. Josh Allen's going to be 25. He's still, really young. I think he's just going to get stronger and more mentally prepared and just know the game more. He played really well in the AFC Championship game, just got beat by Mahomes. He had really good passing yards and stuff, and that's even what I predicted to be the cover for the Madden 22 in my video. So I think even in that video, I thought he would probably be the cover, but they did something else. But even next year, I feel like he should be on the cover. If they wanted to do something crazy, like have multiple players and stuff on it, he should be either on it, or if they just want to do something like really crazy, even crazier than what they did this year, then they could do something different. But if they just want to stick to something like simple and something that would just be really normal and stuff for the Madden cover, Josh Allen definitely would be the next pick. That's it. At number 5, I had Aaron Rodgers. 4, Donald. 2, Joe Burrow versus Justin Herbert. 3, Joe Burrow versus Justin Herbert. 2, Derrick Henry. And then Devontae Adams as like an extra one, you could say, or honorable mention. And then Josh Allen would probably be the best choice besides, I guess, the one they wanted to do here. So yeah, there you go. That's my top 5 plus a honorable mention for other covers they could have had. So there you go. If you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if you hit the like button and subscribe. See you guys another time. Goodbye.